HellYeah on the phone as he checks in from the Family Values Tour. Welcome, Tom. How's the Family Values Tour going?
Good. It's a little rough, because we're playing during the daytime and it's 35 minutes set. Of course, we'd love to be playing a lot longer than that, but it's going great. We're kicking ass and new fans and we're blowing it up. So, there's no complaints other than we just wish we had a little bit longer to play.
Right.
That's pretty much it, It's been going really, really good. Making a lot of new forgiveness and, getting up there and kicking ass like we're supposed to be doing.
Right on. Now, can you take us back when you guys started HellYeah? When you guys were in the studio, at first, Vinny had a hard time being in his and Dime's studio, and HellYeah almost didn't happen. I can't imagine him stepping out on the stage, too, would be that easy. Can you take us back to the first live HellYeah show? And what kind of concerns you guys had as a whole band? What preparations were taken for that first show?
I think we were all a little bit, scared at first, and not scared, but, because it was our first show together. First time he still, went out on stage.
Right.
In a long time, but, we did a sound check, and the sound check was kind of, we were just trying to get everything right and all that, but so, once it was time for our set, we heard everybody chanting, HellYeah, kind of went out the window and just went up there, and things just kind of took over on itself. All natural, it was awesome, It felt great, the crowd was insane, awesome,
and that first show was, I'm sorry, go ahead.
In Baltimore.
Yeah, that's really
that's my hometown. That's right, Baltimore, so I was really, really excited and happy about it. Baltimore can be kind of a tough town. It's very blue collar, very, very tough, and then we went up there and we just kicked ass, the kids came out, sold out show, and couldn't have asked for a better way to start a tour.
Definitely, it's very cool. Now we got to cut you guys from the Family Values Tour, and you guys had a great performance. It was definitely one of the highlights that we saw of the evening. And when you guys are playing, you can definitely sense there's a strong sense of chemistry among all you guys on stage. Was that something naturally there in the beginning, or was that something that kind of developed over time?
I definitely think it just came on its own. Nothing was planned. The way to be or anything like that. It was just, I think it's just, like you said, the chemistry between everybody in the band just works. It's like magic, It's not, I hate to use that word because it seems kind of cliche to say, but it really is, And that's something we can't get described. I think there's definitely other forces at work here.
Right. Very cool. Now, was it different starting a new band with musicians that were already successful? And when you guys went in to write the album, did you feel like there was more pressure put on you because of that success?
No, not at all. We've all been friends for a long time, and I think, at the first very beginning, of course, you're going to something like anything, you can move into a new house or, a new car or whatever, you're going to be kind of like, because a lot of it's like it's in the air, but at the same time, you're not going to know how it's going to perform and how it's going to, stack up, but it really, it really fell into place really well, and I think everybody came into it with no egos, just do it. Ultimately, we sort of do it for ourselves, we could care less about, whether it was success, whether it sold, 500,000 records or 500 records, it really didn't matter. We just wanted to do it and have fun, you know what I mean?
Right, and that's how it should be, too, not in it for what you can do, but for yourself.
Exactly.
Was there adjustments for you and Greg coming from bands that both only had one guitar player? Now you guys are sharing, doing two? How did that come about?
Not too much. Me and Greg kind of like, we've known each other, for a while. We're familiar with each other's playing style and stuff like that. And you think we just kind of complement each other. He would do a riff, and I would come back with the riff, or I would come up with the riff, and he would come back with the riff. And so it's really, really easy. I was really surprised in that, and sometimes when things happen too quickly, you're so caught up in the moment, you're not sure what's going to happen or what it sounds like outside of you. But you know, it turns out to be really kick-ass.
Yeah.
You know, and playing with him it's just been awesome. You know, it's new for both of us at the same time. It feels very familiar.
Now you guys known each other since you guys did Tattoo the Earth, right? Is that kind of where some of the ideas came from, or?
What's that?
Is that kind of where the idea of the band, like, took place back in then?
You know, it was, you know, me and Chad hit it off really quickly when we first met. It's just one of those things where, you know, we just struck up a strong friendship, like, instantaneously. It's like, you know, somebody that was, like, it's like we've known each other all our lives or something, but it was on, I think it was on a tour with Nothing Face and Not Vacant and Disturbed, and it was an off night. I remember, you know, me and Chad were down, we were in New Orleans, and we were just, you know, all over up on Bourbon Street, just having fun and getting drunk, and, you know, we just kind of turned to each other and said, you know what, man, it would be really cool. We just, like, you know, started a band together or wrote some music together, and that's kind of like where the seed was planted. And, you know, it was like a year later before he actually came into Baltimore, you know, and we wrote our first song, which was Waging War. And, yeah, coincidentally, that made the record too. You know, it's just such a strong song. And, you know, once we did that song, we knew we had something, you know, special between both of us. It was just a matter of just kind of putting it together, you know, and then, you know, 3-4 years later, we finally get to the point where we're like, okay, we got time to do this, let's do it, you know.
Right.
Pretty much came into play, like, way back in that time period when we were out here together.
Now, the first song was just you and Chad, and then how did the writing process go when the other members started coming into play?
Last spring, when things coming off their last tour, you know, Chad called me and said, listen, you know, this is summer, my thing's taking about 6-7 months off. So to do this is time to do it. And I was just, yeah, you know, definitely let's do this. And he told me that, you know, Greg expressed interest in coming in too, and I just thought that was really, really cool. And went down to one of the shows at the beginning of March, and we just talked. I'm trying to feel it, you know, felt it out a little bit. And
right.
Next thing you know, we're looking for a drummer. And that's when the phone calls started going into the need to, you know, persuade them to do it.
Right.
After, you know, it was time to call him and get rejected, and we called him like that night. And he was like, let's come on down and see what we can do.
Very cool.
Come on, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of booze.